Feel free to close your eyes or leave them open, however you stay most comfortable. And taking a few deeper breaths, relaxing the whole body as you breathe in and out. Take as many breaths as needed to just fully return to this room, the presence here, to the connection, to the floor, to this planet. Or perhaps you can feel comfortable and relatively safe. And whenever it feels good to you, you can return breathing to the normal rhythm and start putting the attention on the natural way your body breathes in and out. Noticing as the air passes perhaps through your nose or your mouth, down your throat, into the lungs, and even the belly. Noticing the sensations of breathing. Maybe today you feel that the breathing is easy, relaxed. It may be difficult or strained. We might have a cold. And you can simply feel some compassion towards that. Not judging, not worrying about the breathing not being perfect or difficult today. And perhaps you can appreciate that you're breathing and you are alive in this minute. You can be here, you can relax, have some time to yourself. And that breath brings you life and energy, not just right now, but hopefully for many days, months and years to come. And isn't it wonderful that the body actually knows how to breathe automatically? You don't have to think about it. No need to control it. Just allow yourself to feel a bit thankful as much as you can for that fact. For the planet also, providing the oxygen that we can breathe so we can be here. We can simply spend the time listening to, following the breath. Regardless of what's happening outside or inside, in our heads or in our bodies, in our minds. There's all possibilities out there of what we can do with our lives, just because we are breathing right now. Still letting the breath to be natural. You might notice some other sensations in the body. Slowly noticing perhaps the sensations in the mouth, around the eyes, and thinking how happy you can be when you smile, look at the people you love, or be with people that care for you. How nice it's to see with the eyes you have and see the smiles of other people, hear their laughs with your ears. And even hear the sounds right now, present in this room, present outside. So check if you can be simply grateful for all those senses. So many of them right now located around the head, the sight and the hearing. Perhaps you can even smell something. And thinking of smelling, we wouldn't be able to taste very well without a sense of smell. And how amazing is that? We have these receptors allowing us to really enjoy our foods, enjoying all kinds of fragrance in the environment around us. Every time we breathe in and out, we also get to enjoy what surrounds us in all other ways. And as you feel your back on the ground, and the shoulders, and the arms perhaps touching the ground, you might want to think of the sensation of touch. How nice it is to have arms that can give hugs, that can hold little children or little cats, that can basically allow others to feel how much we care for them. And we can even give ourselves a self-hug, making ourselves feel better. So this is our very basic way of actually showing compassion to ourselves as well, just by touching, by giving ourselves a hug. So if there's any difficulties, we can either rub our hands together with a hand on our heart area and just simply allow the touch to be healing, to come from that kind, loving compassion that we all have. And if we move a bit to our hands, and their amazing dexterity, ability to move, all the fingers, and how many things we can do with our hands. We can certainly feel quite thankful we have them. Maybe you like to do some arts. Maybe you like planting and put your hands right in the soil, in the cold soil, to plant a beautiful flower. Whatever is your favorite thing to do, you might want to remind yourself about it. How grateful you are for that activity that allows you to be in the moment, being thankful for your hands and the abilities you have. Going back a bit to your heart and how it works every day, circulating blood all around your body, keeping you alive, just like the lungs and the breathing, the heart and the beating, helping you in your daily tasks. When your blood pressure actually rises when you need it and falls down when you can relax. All the different hormones, all the different ways that your body is actually automatically taking care of you. And perhaps you can also appreciate that a bit. There's no better way of doing it than letting it know from time to time. If it helps, you can just thank your heart for beating. Thank your body for working to whatever extent it is. Even if there are some difficulties health-wise, your body is still doing its best. And move down to the belly, where a lot of digestion is happening, but also often where you would feel quite many emotions, where there can be both positive but also difficult ones arising. Sometimes we pay a bit too much attention to the bellies, and not enough kind words are said, and not wise actions are taken with that area of the body. But we can also be kind. We can place the hand on the belly and send some love and kindness towards it, allowing the muscles soften, relax, letting the digestion work as it's supposed to in a relaxed way. Especially not hurrying anywhere. That's what our systems actually really need, not hurrying anywhere, just letting the digestion work, letting the heart pump the blood around. Letting the breath come in and out naturally. There will be time for activity and work, but it's not right now. Moving down to the legs. The muscles in the legs, the bones as well, all the way down to the feet. Maybe feeling a bit thankful about the fact that we are carried by our legs most of the day from one place to another. We can be thankful that we can walk, not everyone can. We can be thankful we can move, that our muscles are strong to whatever extent it is true for us. They allow us to do things we like doing. So you might want to recall in your mind what your body allows you to do, what activities it enjoys. Is it maybe running, yoga, swimming, walking, dancing? There's so many different activities that our bodies, especially our wonderfully strong muscles and bones, allow us to do. And then even our mind, our emotional part of us, we also can be helpful for those. Sometimes we get distracted by our minds, and maybe it happened several times right now. But thinking actually is very helpful. It can be very useful. We can plan things. We can solve problems. We can remember important information. We wouldn't be able to do it without our brains. So even if we sometimes are pulled away by our thinking, by our more difficult thoughts, we can be grateful for the brain and for how it works. So the same goes for the emotions. Emotions are there to send us information about what we can do, how we should respond. They are there for a reason as well. So whenever emotion arises, you can try and thank the body for sending you that emotion. It's maybe coming from some body sensation. It could have been produced by thought. But once it arises, you can notice it as sadness or happiness, maybe some other like anger or grief or whichever flavor. But they're always there to give us a message, and we can be grateful for that message. In the final moments of this gratitude practice, I invite you to extend your gratitude and thankfulness to the outside world as well. Perhaps you can feel a bit grateful about having this space where we can be together, being grateful for having had a nice lunch, and perhaps friendly conversation, perhaps simply being grateful that there is a world out there you return to in some hours, your family, your friends, some activities you have there. Even if sometimes they are a bit annoying to us, the family especially can be, maybe the feelings are mixed, but perhaps you can remind yourself of a positive and happy time that you had with them recently. The things that bring you joy outside there, people that bring you smile. And before finishing, as always, returning to the body, to the breath, maybe taking some deeper breaths just to get back from wherever your mind went to. And when you hear the ring of the bell, feel free to open the eyes slowly, move slowly, and return to this room, return to our surroundings.